Good morning, friends. Happy Monday. I hope you had a wonderful weekend, and we're going to get started with learning again. All right, so let's look at our calendar, and we're going to see what number comes next. So whenever we start on a calendar, do you remember what number we start with? The number 1. That's right. So let's start at 1. Are you ready to count with me? Count as loud as you can. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's right. Do you know how to write the number 20? Awesome job. If you knew, kiss your brain. If not, that's okay. Miss Fisher's going to show you. So we write the number 20 like a 2 and a 0. They go together, and that's what we call the number 20. So if you see, Miss Fisher wrote a 2 and a 0 for the number 20. So today is Monday, April 20th, 2020. Are you ready for the days of the week? All right, here we go. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Awesome job, friends. All right, remember the month is April. So when we sing our months of the year song, we're going to say April really loud. I know you already know that because you're such a smart cookie. Are you ready? There's January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, and December. These are the months of the year. Good job, friend. Kiss your brain. You are such a wonderful singer, like always. All right, so now that we did our calendar, we're going to go over a question that you should remember from last week. So I want you to turn on your brains, make sure they're on, and they're working. Miss Fisher's question is, we're going to first look up here, who takes care of trees? So remember, a doctor might take care of you. A doctor who takes care of children is called a pediatrician. Can you say pediatrician? Yes, so maybe that's the doctor that you see. But who takes care of trees? There are 2 words that you could tell Miss Fisher. Can you remember? If you remember, say it now. Awesome job, friends. So if you said, and Miss Fisher's going to write them up here, if you said arborist, which is kind of like a tree doctor, or if you said a forester who takes care of trees that live in the forest and makes sure no one harms them or hurts them, then you were right. Kiss your brain. And if not, that's okay. We're still learning these words. So 2 of these people, these are types of jobs, they take care of trees. An arborist and a forester. So that's really good remembering. Awesome job. So we're also going to go over some rhyming words today. And I know you're getting so good at rhyming words, but it's always good to practice. So Miss Fisher has this set of words here. So who knows what sound C makes? It makes the sound K. That's right. So this is K, cat. And what about the letter B? What sound does B make? B. That's right. So B, bat. So cat and bat, they're rhyming words because they have the same ending. And if you notice, this ending in cat is spelled the same as this ending in bat. A-T and A-T make the same ending sound at, like k, at, and b, at, cat and bat. Awesome job, friends. You are such great listeners. Now we're going to go over to this group right here. Okay, we're going to cover up this side. What sound does the letter C make? That's right. Can you say it? Can. This one says can. And let's go down here. What sound does the letter P make? Do you remember? P. Can you say P? So P and pan. Do can and pan rhyme? That's right, they do, because they have the same what? The same ending. Awesome. So if you look here again, Miss Fisher will show you that it's spelled the same. The ending is spelled the same. And it makes an. A-N, an. A-N, an. So k, an, p, an. Can and pan. Do you see how that works? Awesome. So can and pan are rhyming words, and so are bat and cat. But do these words, cat and bat, rhyme with can and pan? No, they don't, because they have two different endings. And to rhyme, they have to be the same ending. Did you remember that? Awesome. So cat and bat are rhyming words, and can and pan are separate rhyming words. Awesome job, friend. Kiss your brain. I'm so happy you remembered how to use rhyming words the right way. All right, we're going to push this aside, and guess what? We're going to read a story today. And I know you've already listened to this story, but sometimes we like listening to stories more than one time, because sometimes the first time we miss really important information, and that's okay. So that means we just reread it, and then we can get that information from the story. And sometimes Miss Fisher has to reread stories too, to maybe find something that I might have missed, and that's okay. So this story, the title is Our Tree Named Steve, and the author is Alan Zwiebel, and it's illustrated by David Catrow, and the illustrator draws the pictures. That's right. Our Tree Named Steve. Dear kids, a long time ago when you were little, Mom and I took you to where we wanted to build a house for us to live in. But in order to build there, men had to come and clear the lands. I remember there was one tree, however, that the three of you could not stop staring at. Adam thought it was crying. Lindsay said it looked nervous. And Sari, who was only 2 years old, couldn't pronounce the word tree, and so called him Steve. I love you, Steve, she kept saying. And then Adam and Lindsay started saying it. And before too long, Mom and I got the hint and asked the builder to please save Steve. So Steve was already meaning a lot to their family, so the mom and the dad did not want to cut it down. The day we moved in, Steve was there to greet us. He quickly worked his way into your lives as a swing holder, a target, a third base, a hiding place, and a jump rope turner. So this helped the children a lot to have fun. So you can see the tree is holding the jump rope on a branch so that way they can all play together. It was a tire swing hanging from the branch that they can swing in. And when they played baseball, it acted as a third base where they could touch and keep running. So there were lots of different things that the children used the tree for. And whenever our dryer broke down, he held our underwear with pride. So you see the mom and the dad, when the dryer broke, they had to hang the clothes out to dry. So Steve was there for them through a lot of things. Yes, right there in the center of our yard, this weird looking tree grew to become the center of our outdoor life. Through all our barbecues, campouts, dance parties, or when Adam and Lindsay started getting crushes on the Simon kids next door, Steve adjusted to our every need. So here's another swing hanging from the branch, and the kids are having so much fun. And they would hang out under the tree's shade. He was an awesome hangout spot for them. And it wasn't always easy. standing tall through snowstorms in the winter. Or when Uncle Chester napped in the hammock. Couldn't possibly have been fun. So here's a hammock hanging from the tree. That's a place you might hang. You see how their uncle's hanging and relaxing? Not to mention the time that the sewer overflowed and Steve sucked up all the smelly water before it drowned Kirby. And there's Kirby trying to get out of the nasty water. Then got so sick himself that the tree doctor had to give Steve a haircut that made him look like a big thumb. A tree doctor. So what's his job title? An arborist. That's right. Remember we said that sometimes he can give trees haircuts. And he gave Steve a haircut, didn't he? Through the years, Mom and I have tried to show you, in a world filled with strangers, the peace that comes with having things you can count on, and a safe place to return to after a hard day or a long day. Which brings me to the point of this letter. Last week, a storm hit our area. So remember, the mom and dad are writing the kids a letter. Let's keep reading to see what happens. And though we spared Steve's life a long time ago, that means, remember when they first moved in, they didn't cut the tree down? That means that they spared his life, they kept him up. But now, although they spared Steve's life a long time ago, this time they couldn't save him because the big storm took him down and they couldn't help him. How do you think they felt when the tree fell down? Let's look in the window. How do you think they feel? Yeah, I think they feel sad too. They know that their children are going to be very sad because that tree helped them a lot in their life. Are we sad? Sure we are. But even in his final moments, when he could have fallen on our house, Sorry Swings, or Kirby's house, or Mom's garden, Steve performed his last trick and protected all of us to the very end. And friends like this are hard to find. So look, even the doggy, how do you think the dog feels too? I think he misses Steve. What do you think? Yeah. So when you come home from Grandma's next week, Steve will not be able to greet you as he's done in the past. I'm sorry. But please know that Steve will always be with us, in our hearts and in our thoughts, and in a different tree at the other end of our yard. See you next week. Love, Dad. So what he means is, Steve will be in a different tree at the other side of the yard. So what do you notice about this tree here? So the family used Steve and used his wood to build them a tree house. That's right. So that way the kids can visit Steve because he'll be here as a tree house. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story. And I have some questions for you. I know you already answered some, but I hope you have a great, great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.